This is The Post Up with DJ Tricey Trice. I'm running my mouth on everything hot in sports, news, drama, and whatever is blowing up the timeline. Let's get into it. Welcome back to another episode of The Post Up. You already know me. I go by the name of DJ Tricey Trice, and I'm always posted up right here running my mouth about sports. Today, I am running my mouth about Ja Morant. It's pretty easy to run my mouth about this because it seems very apparent and evident to me, but to some people it might be a little confusing as to why his days in Memphis are coming to an end. He has recently been suspended for conduct unlike sportsmanship or whatever they want to say inside of their team, because when the reporter asked him why he wasn't playing, he told them to go ask the coaching staff. Hey, a little passive aggressive, but to me that didn't warrant no suspension. I think they just tired of his antics, and rightfully so, right? I'm not faulting Ja Morant. What I'm saying is the Memphis Grizzlies were originally invested 10 toes down in Ja Morant, his star power, everything that came with it. And then we had multiple instances of league suspensions that were attributed to him making gun signals at the camera and all kind of stuff. And the league said, knock it off. You would think it would only take one time and you making millions of dollars for it to be a knockoff. Then it's like, nah, it's on his Instagram story. Then he did it again in the game. So it's like all of these things that were suspensions. The last suspension was really long. So all of while this is happening, the Memphis Grizzlies are still supporting Ja Morant, but they losing. They're losing. They're not living up to their potential. They can't make it into the Western Conference deep enough during the playoffs to make it meaningful for them. So at the end of all of this, once you stand up and for him and everything, you think he would come back with a clear conscience and really, really ready to hoop. And then he's got this grenade celebration where he's like, I didn't pull the pin. It's like I think they're tired of that. We all tire of it, and it's cool for us. I'm a consumer. I'm just watching, so I'm like, this Ja being Ja. But for an organization that's serious and just traded away Desmond Bane and are watching him ball out in Orlando, that it puts them in a compromising position. I think because at that point, the antics weren't worth the production. You didn't really give us enough. They didn't get deeper into it. That clip of them being fine in the West keeps circulating, and that's not funny in that way. But seriously, dude, it's about winning. And if you're off the court, antics start to bleed into the game more. And now there's a new coach, and it's not seeming like him and the new coach are gelling well. It's like, I don't know if the team really want to fight for you that much at this point. They just got the new coach. They want to turn the leaf. They got some young dudes. Honestly, that Memphis core that they had before his suspensions and everything, they could have been on track to be what the Thunder have built. Shea and the young guys down there, and Chet and all, and Jalen. They had that core, but it's just the execution, and you really got to be locked in. And this is where discipline comes in, and like following the rules, and like being a square is not fun, I guess, to some people. But it's like, know what the rules of your job are and absolutely be yourself. But don't be surprised when they don't want to mess with you back in those ways. And some places that Ja could land in, won't be as lenient. A lot of people are talking about Miami Heat. I think Kendrick Perkins said that on ESPN. Heat culture, you talking about your diet and like really sticking to the game plan and being disciplined. Norman Powell was just speaking out about that, and he really liked it because it made him feel like he was a part of a winning culture. And he's shocked that he hadn't found that level of successfulness other places. And I think Ja could benefit from that, because sometimes you need discipline as much as you want, especially with all the money you got. These new Ja 3s, them shoes is nice. I'm sure Nike gonna be re-upping that contract and stuff, brother. I just don't want you to fumble your blessing. And I'm not saying that to pocket watch again or none of that, but it's like, dude, at some point these organizations got to make money. And if you start to become a liability, they gonna move it around. And it don't look like Ja is really enthused to be working there either, to be honest. And he's kind of disenchanted, probably because he can't run the show anymore. And I'm sure it's not as fun because people in the organization, have taken losses because of this. And maybe there are some sour kinds of feelings about it. But I can imagine how strict it would be at that point. I would be like, man, come on. We done been playing with you for 3 years. You've been suspending and doing this and this and that. And we finally got a chance. We want to build. We want to do it. Let's do it now. And if you're going to still do this grenade stuff, like, to me, that would have been the nail in the coffin. But y'all let me know what y'all think. I'm just running my mouth about this because that's what everybody's on the internet is talking about. Do you think Ja Morant is going to stay with the Grizzlies, or where you think he going to end up? Let me know in the comments. Thanks so much for tuning in to this episode of The Post Up. Make sure you follow me on social media at DJ Tricey Trice. That's at DJ TRICEY. I'll talk to y'all on the next one. All right, that's a wrap on The Post Up. I ran my mouth, said what I said, and now it's your turn. Drop a comment, share it, and come back tomorrow, because I'm not done talking. And make sure you follow me on social media at DJ Tricey Trice. That's at DJ TRICEY. I'll be posted up here, y'all.